Now I'm going to talk about the universal view we have here within the Pro Tools window. So right here on top here, as you can see, we've got this counter where I can select various counters I want to use, whether it's beats and bars or minutes and seconds, or we can do samples. Well, here, I prefer to do beats and bars when doing music, of course. So I'm going to go to beats and bars. And then I prefer to have this sub counter. That way I know that's where I'm at in the song. So I say, for example, here's the beginning of the song, and I can press play. Now, you'll notice also here, we also have a transport section, which is right here. So now the transport is embedded into the edit window. It's a really great way to have it. It's right in front of you. You don't need to pull up a transport window at all. And it's really great and easy to use. Now, I like to do, of course, is to know where I'm at in location. Right, here's a cursor location. So see, I move my cursor here, and this area right here tells me where I'm at. I'm at 25. Where I'm at 17 or 16. Now 17. See, so that's great to know also. And right here, as you can see right here, I can touch on something. You see right there, you'll see something appear there, which means like a WAV file or some sort of region. That's an audio region. And I go right down here, you'll see a note. And I move along here, and now the cursor is showing us that right here it's showing us where we are, of course, but it's also showing us a note. And a note will appear here, or that WAV file. Now here's our start and end. So start and end could be, I can click on right here, and that's the start of that WAV file, and that's the end of it. And the length of it is 12. So that's 12. 12 measures right there. This gives our stats proving that the session is in play, and we have a timeline that is online status. Now, sometimes you could be editing a file, or it could be looking for those files and not find it. This area will turn red. So once you have all your files already in the session is online, the status is good, that, of course, will be lit as well. Now, here, this is lit because I can actually play MIDI notes when editing. So, for example, I go down here, and let's see what I can do here. I can get a track view, and I'm going to get my track view to be in notes, of course, and I want to get track height. And the height I want to get to be, let's say, small. Okay, good. I can go in here and select the note, and you'll hear it. You heard that? See? Now, if I go here and I cut this off, and I select the note, you won't hear it. But you'll see I'm selecting the note right here. If I go to here and I select that note, the note will appear there, what note I'm hitting, the duration, all information is right there of that particular one note. So this is our MIDI status button also as well. Right here when editing, this is my default note duration. So I stick a note in there, the duration will always be 80. And this is my grid. Now, for example, I set my grid here. I can make it whole. And see the grid change. Now, I can view this better if I go out here. Let me just zoom out a little bit. And you can see we're in quarter. My grid can now be quarter now, and you'll see more divisions between these lines. And now I'll make my division 16 notes. And see more little divisions between these lines. So that's making the grid, changing the way the grid appears to us. And it subdivides the grid, of course, from one bar to cut it in half again, the quarter, half again, 18ths, 16, 32nd note, and so on. And we can specify it to be a triple or not. And it changes again. So we can change the view of our grid from here as well. It's really cool. And we change it in terms of beats and bars, minutes and seconds, samples, regions, marks, whatever you want to do. It's really a great way to view your session. It makes it much easier to view any file in the edit window, and you can see if you want to move it or nudge it when you're actually in this grid mode. So my preferred way to use most of my Pro Tools stuff is to be in grid mode, particularly when doing music, so I know where stuff's like I'm moving around, make it much easier. Now here we have our transport window section right here. So it's transport right here. See this? Now I can play this track I've got going on here. Let me turn this down a little bit, and I can press play. I can press stop right here. See that? But what I want to do too is I also need to go to options, and I don't want the auto loop. See, stop, no more loop play. So our options here give us more options that we can handle. We got dynamic transport. We've got our transport online. See that? This is an online button in case we want to sync it up to something. We might have another device. Could be an MPC or an MV800 or whatever you've got, or another system. You can say, okay, I want to control Pro Tools to an external device. This means we're online and we're waiting to receive the MIDI command signal to start the sequence or program we're running. And to turn it off, I'll go back to our options here and I can go to transport offline. It's pretty good. And here we have record. Now see, it's blinking until I press play and it starts to record, obviously. And we have several record. We have destructive record options. Will destroy everything. If I record something, it's going to destroy it. I'll never see it again. Or I can do this and it'll destroy it. It won't destroy it, but it'll still be there. You can pull it back up from your regions list. Let's turn it off. Don't make a mistake here at all. And of course, I can press play. Stop. And I can rewind. What's this? So I'm rewinding back at top. Now let me zoom back in and see if I see it better. I can start from right here. Let's say, let me zoom in a little bit down and get a full view of it. It's a full view of the session right here. I can say, okay, we're playing from here. So playing with the top there. I can rewind it back, or I can rewind it forward. I'll say, well, I want to move forward in the track and see it's moving forward now. I'm still holding it down even though I'm sliding my cursor over this way. Until I let go, I'll say right there. So you let go, you want to let go at. I want to rewind a little bit, maybe go right back to here, rewind a little bit to right there. So I rewind it, I'm back here in the session, and I'm right here in this section. I want to hear it over. So I can actually rewind and move stuff in the session file. It's really cool. Now also in this universal, when we've got everything else here, we can also hit this button right over here and we can see other sections. We can have the universe. And right here we can see everything in the session. This little universe section right here. So if I'm right here in a section, let's say I have this thing expanded out to some big huge track, and you can see here, I can move along this track by just going from here to there, and the entire track moves along with me. That's kind of cool in our universe view. I can also view the region list, which is right here. So I'm going to have certain sounds out of here. I can also expand this, going to go in here and pull it out a little bit more. There we go. And all my sounds and samples and sounds, everything I've got I want to use is in this whole list here of stuff I've got. I would say, I want to use this, I want to use that, I want to use this. And you can pull it right to the region list. I can pull this drum out of here, let's say, for example, and the final place to put it, I'll say I want to put it over here. And there it is. And it's right there. And I can undo that. Press undo. That's my region list right there. And we have, of course, region commands that we can do. We have another view we can have here. We have another view out here. We have another view is our MIDI editor view. See? We can pull up there from the bottom. It's our MIDI editor view right there. See it? And this is our MIDI editor view. And we also have here on the other end, let me pull this off a little bit more so you can see this. We have this view here. We have our tracks, our groups. Here tracks, and MIDI tracks right here in our groups all together. They're all right here for us to see and view, which makes it much easier for us. So we have everything in the edit window is right in front of us, and we can access anything we want to access during our recording session. We can fix the MIDI data, or we can turn the MIDI data into musical score notation, which you can see right here. And it gives me an idea of what the score would look like if you're doing music. And you're asking the score to send out to somebody doing film or whatever, and you want, hey, what's the score? What's the bass line? You know, what's the keyboard? Give the keyboard player some music notation. You can do that here within the Pro Tools edit window. And this is a pretty good overview of the entire edit window in Pro Tools. Well, next we're going to start doing some more stuff. Check out some menu items here, and we'll check out some stuff about how to set up for MIDI and get ready to record some stuff into our Pro Tools MBox 2 LE system.